I don't know, it's all about controversy and money, obviously. And it's about being on the right side of history, which there's no right side of history. And history is written by the people that win, you know? And winning in this war, which is not a war, because that's the thing, people are just delusional. Like calling this a culture war or whatever when it's just pixels on a screen, and at the end of the day we're never going to be in agreement on what makes a game good and what makes it bad, because we all have preferences and we all have likes and dislikes, and we all have individual thoughts, whether they believe it or not, or whether they, it is what it is. I would rather people collectively awaken and get common sense than than just fight invisible battles, because it's never gonna end. You know what I mean? People are just gonna find the next thing to get mad about. Veilguard was an example of everything wrong with the DEI policies in companies, and that opened a door to conversations, but people took that and ran away with it. Because the problem, that's the problem, right? Like with the entire like conversation with like Veilguard and about and this and that, is like, oh, if it has pronouns, it's woke, and if it's woke, it's the devil and it's bad, and we should be upset about this, we should be mad about this, we should be, we don't like this is bad, this is hateful. And it's like, okay, who told you that? Because Baldur's Gate is right there, and it's proof that you can have pronouns in a game. Veilguard took that, right, and said, okay, this can make money. And instead of like putting actual effort into the end product and making it good, so that representation is seamless and it doesn't really affect anyone, it doesn't matter, and it makes it more agreeable. Because at the end of the day, we live in a society and we're gonna be exposed to things that we're not comfortable with. Like there's gonna be conversations that we're not comfortable having, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Instead of like making it more seamless and more natural, which Baldur's Gate 3 did, they took that and ran away with it of like, oh, pandering to a minority is gonna make us so much money. Like they ate it up with Baldur's Gate 3, and Baldur's Gate 3 became Game of the Year. If we amp the ante, we are gonna be Game of the Year and we're gonna make so much money. They completely lost the plot of, to be able to make such moves in video games, you have to be able to make a good product to begin with. Like the base product has to be solid for you to add on top of that. You cannot cut corners and take away from the foundation, because if you keep piling shit on top of that, it's gonna crumble, which is what happened with Veilguard. Like, because it's what happened. Like the lore was established, they had an amazing world, they had amazing characters, amazing magic system, amazing this, amazing that, and instead of taking that and adding on top of that and doing a gradual introduction to things, which still would have been stupid, because obviously there's things in that game like the non-binary and the trans surgery scars that simply doesn't work in the world, because guess what, there's magic. But I feel like that's obviously common sense of one thing is not like the other. That's the problem with people like this, is like, oh, but you said this about this, why is it okay in that? Because it's not the same. And I wasn't mad. That's what a lot of people don't understand it. Like, I wasn't mad about trans representation in video games, or like, oh, top surgery scars. I'm upset that you detract from something, you subtract things from a very good plot and a very good foundation to suit a narrative and a very obviously political agenda, because it is what it is. It's, the writing is on the wall. And if I had made my entire critique, which is what a lot of people don't understand, like I get, and I've been talking about this entire stream, controversy sells. And talking about how icky top surgery scars are in a video game, and how delusional like trans people are, sells and gets click and gets views. And I did mention like, hey, this doesn't make any sense, but not because I think trans people should die or we should never see a trans person in a game ever. But it's when you put like modern day terminologies and thoughts and agendas and politics and ideologies into a medium that it's completely detached from reality. It's not speaking about a modern day tale, or it's another retelling of reality, which sometimes, in a horror game, it's reality, it's, the world that you're like used to, but then it has fantasy aspects to it, or like, supernatural elements to it. But with fantasy and sci-fi, they're completely removed from reality. So you cannot add modern day terminology and ideologies to it, because it completely takes the player away from the media that they're trying to enjoy. And that's exactly what Veilguard did. It didn't add to it, it subtracted, which is such a simple concept to understand. A lot of people just don't get it. And the opposite of that is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And again, oh, you don't care. It's not about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. When I, talk about Kingdom Come, it's because it's the most recent example of why one thing is not the same as the other. And you cannot judge two titles by the same parameters, because it just simply doesn't work like that. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, whether people just want to twist the truth to suit their narrative, which you can do that, but I'm not going to sit here and believe that or like agree with you just to get views, because I don't want to do that. But Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it's an action RPG. I don't care if you want to say that it's an action game with RPG-like elements. The RPG is very predominant in Kingdom Come, okay? Same thing with Baldur's Gate 3. It had woke aspects. Sure, woke, it's the word of the week, the month, the year, whatever. But you cannot expect to sanitize everything to suit your liking, because it's exactly what other people were doing. You cannot expect to see less black people and less gay people in video games, while the other side wants more black people and more gay people. Because you're asking the same thing. People in their late 40s, 50s, 60s even, are completely baffled by today's culture war, which is insane. And it just goes to show that it's a sign of the times. You know what I mean? Because people that are not that active on social media, or back in the day when they were like playing games, social media was not even a thought in someone's head. They have been playing games with woke aspects, which back in the day was just called reality, which is what it is now, because I feel like woke is a very specific thing for me. Woke means injecting like ideology and agenda and politics where it doesn't belong. That's woke for me. A gay character in an RPG is not woke. A black character in a game is not woke to me, because it works. If it doesn't work, it's woke. If every 2 seconds the character is asking about how hard they have it because they're a black woman, and how, they're a minority and no one likes them, and how racist the world is, and how evil white people are, that's woke. But if it's just a black character being a character, a good character on top of that, it's just a game. It's just media. It's just reality. As a content creator myself and as a writer, your reality bleeds into what you create. But when you take that and you turn it on its head, and then you on purpose try to represent a reality that doesn't exist, the reality that you want it to be true, then that's woke. It is. We live in a society, and that's the reality of it. And at the end of the day, we all want to see a little bit of ourselves in the media that we consume, but it's unrealistic to try to see yourself in every single movie and TV show and game and book and this and that that you consume. Is just unrealistic. I cannot expect every single book, movie, TV show, game to have a female-led protagonist. Like, I shouldn't expect to see someone that looks like me in everything. That's why I like RPGs, especially, because I can make whatever the fuck I want, and I can make bad bitches and female characters that kick ass, because I can roleplay as such. But I cannot play Halo or The Witcher and expect to be able to change the gender of Master Chief or Geralt, because it's not realistic and it's not needed. Sometimes you have to just take things for what they are and enjoy them for what they are. I understand wanting to criticize things and wanting to make things better. Okay? But you cannot just try to make things better for you or for a group of people that think like you, because it's just not achievable. It's not realistic. We all have to agree that you have to push and you have to retreat at some point, because it's just how life works. No one is ever gonna bend over backwards to suit what you want. And if you want to see something in media that is exactly what you want to see, you have to make it yourself. I think we can all agree that DEI is bad. Even people that are represented, most of them, people with brain cells, agrees that injecting DEI into media, it's not sustainable, because the representation, it's absolutely like virtual signaling. It doesn't really represent anyone, because it's just pandering and it's obvious, and no one wants to be talked down to, and no one wants to be lectured. No, we can all agree on that, I feel like. But we also have to agree that extremes don't get anything done. And every single day, people get more and more extremist in their views, thinking that, oh, because you got an inch, now the war is won. And burying someone else's stakes, instead of thinking for yourself, it's how we got here. Like, I love how people like to say, like, oh, respecting people's pronouns is how we got here. I don't care. You do what you want to do, I'll do what I want to do. But it's like, oh, yeah, well, guess what? Letting you run rampant on the internet, thinking that you're a savior, the second coming of Jesus, and that you yelling at someone online, it's gonna change anything. It's also how we got here to begin with. It's letting people think that they can speak for everyone else, how we got here. And no one having an individual thought and everyone being in an echo chamber is exactly how we got here. I had you are wrong, Ara. For a time I thought you were super right wing, and because of some stuff in chat and couldn't support, and apologies for getting you wrong. It's fine. I understand. I can expect people, and again, that's the problem as well with a lot of people that think that I betrayed them now, that I am woke now. Because why am I defending gay options in an RPG? Because every single RPG that I have played has gay options. And I know when a game developer is talking down to me and lecturing me, or when they're just giving me options. Like, I've gotten that a lot lately of like, oh, now you're changing your tune, whatever. It's like, no, my tune has always been this. But some people just wanna, and again, I've said that. It is very cathartic when you have thoughts about something. And someone like me, who is very outspoken, I'm loud, I curse a lot, I voice out those thoughts aloud. But I cannot have the same thoughts you have 100% of the time. I'm gonna have some takes that you just simply don't agree with, because we're different people and we exist in different bodies with different life experiences, and we have been raised in different circles, and it's just reality. And the fact that people don't understand that we can agree on some things and disagree on others is baffling to me, because that's just reality. It is crazy that it's you're with me or against me, when in the history of humankind, of mankind, we have never like 100% unanimously been in agreement ever. And that's okay. It is okay to disagree. We're always gonna disagree. And the fact that people think that they are gonna unanimously like make something happen, it's absolutely, and it's stupid, because it's never gonna happen. Gay or no gay, people like the game. It is what it is. It's the way that it's always been, man. I'm sorry to tell you this. It's just reality. We just like to have fun. People voted with their wallets. That's the thing that I understand with these arguments is like, so people voted with their wallets with Veilguard, and that was okay because it flopped, and it was gonna flop. even before release. And people voted with their wallets with Kingdom Come Deliverance, and it's a commercial success. But all of a sudden, it's like, it's manipulated. Like, oh, there's something wrong about this. There's something going on. It's not right. Or maybe it's just a good game, and people enjoy it, and people like the first one, and now they like this one. At the end of the day, people care about the experience and the gameplay, and they are enjoying the game. So are they all wrong for doing that? Are they wrong for, like, are in the wrong side of history for playing a game and having fun, despite the fact that it has a gay romance in it and it's woke? Why it's so hard to understand that people might enjoy woke stuff? Just don't understand. Because maybe it's not woke at all, and you just have a warped perception of reality. And there's no differentiating, like, fiction and reality for some people anymore. And you guys don't understand that woke aspects have been in video games since the beginning. And no one batted an eyelash because people were grown-ups back then. I don't care who you think I am or how should I react to things. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't owe you anything the same way that you don't owe me anything. I've had people, like, agree with me, the same people, on one tweet, and then disagree with me in the next. It's almost like that's the whole fucking point. And people are allowed to have different opinions on different topics. And I'm not one-dimensional. I'm sorry to tell you this, because I don't want to be fucking miserable and sad and pathetic online, fighting with every single person that doesn't have the same opinion that I do about something that I can choose to buy or not buy. The same way that these people are not changing the world but injecting DEI into video games, the same way that they're not going to change, you know, how people feel about trans people or gay people or black people just because they, like, plaster them everywhere. It's the same way the other way around. You're not gonna make trans people or gay people disappear just because you don't see them in video games. It's just they're pixels on a screen. It's crazy that we're even having this conversation. Like, you think you're changing anything. You're not changing nothing. They're not gonna change the world, and you're not gonna change the world either. And the fucking faster people realize that this is a thing, the better. Honestly, you are nobody and I am nobody. A lot of YouTubers bigger than you have fallen from grace. Yeah, because they are disingenuous. But that's the thing. Just because you disagree with me doesn't make me disingenuous or cancelable or whatever. Like, and because we know then Avowed is going to come out and I'm going to have base takes on Avowed. And people that you're going to be agreeing with me. And it is what it is. It's almost like we have different preferences. I know that people are not going to agree with me on everything. And it's completely fucking, like, stupid and retarded to think that, you know, everyone is going to agree with me. I don't want people to agree with me. I don't want just men around me. But it is the mentality of you're with us or against us. And you know who else has that? The woke left. And people like you are exactly like the people you claim you hate. You are extremist. You are an activist. You're pushing an agenda. You're pushing your political views into other people. You are the people you claim to hate.